that your friend? You know the one you can't depend, ain't that your friend? Don't fuck with him cause that's my kid, ain't that your friend? You know my T, we go way back, ain't that your friend? So let's sit down and have a chat. Like anytime you need a friend, I'ma be there to defend, I'ma be there to the end. You see me right there, anytime you need a friend, I'ma be there to defend, I'ma be there to the end. You see me right there, yeah.
Hello.
Hey y'all. What's good?
Y'all good? Everybody good? Everything
Yes,
good?
ma'am. Welcome to the Anytime You Need a Friend. I'm gonna be there to the end. I'm gonna be there to the what? You see me right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
How y'all doing? Welcome back. Another episode. It's
gonna be girl. Okay, Bryce. Before we get into some things, how have you been? What have you been up to? Tell the people.
Oh my God. Not you care. Y'all, the last week has been, I'm gonna give it to the last 2 weeks actually. The last 2 weeks have been very humbling for me. It's brought back my appreciation for gratitude in this life. Had some challenges. Actually, it's not even a challenge. There was an issue that I was having or that I knew I was going to run into in May. It's not like it's a secret. I'm going to just tell y'all, this is actually an interesting story. Hey, so last year, I started doing Uber, right? Remember I told you all that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I live near a tollway, so a lot of the rides I take, they want you to take the tollways much faster.
Yeah.
I built up so many tolls, Jerm. And I could have paid them, right? Well, let me not say I could have paid them. I should have paid them.
Yeah.
Because Uber, when you're doing a ride for them and you collect $3 worth of tolls, they reimburse you the extra $3. So you might get $15 for the ride plus $3 for your tolls.
Okay.
I needed every last penny that they were giving me at that time because the reason why I started doing Uber is because the funds was low.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have no money for the NCTA, baby. I wasn't worried about all that.
Right.
But I knew it was going to come up to bite me in the ass.
Lord.
I just was, oh, girl, it bit me hard. It bit me real hard. It took a piece out.
Do you owe a chunk?
A nasty piece of change, Jerm. So luckily, they don't just leave you out to pasture. They do this thing where if you have not paid the bill at least, I don't know if it's 3 months, but they have to give you 3 notices. If they've told you, bitch, run me my money, and it's been 3 times, and you still didn't run the coin, they can put a stop on your vehicle registration. You know, we need the blue tags in Texas. I knew that come May, I was going to need to get my registration updated, and then we were going to run into a bit of a tizzy. I just was very hopeful that they would let me slide and I would be able to pay them over the summer, right?
Right.
So
can they at least let you do a payment plan?
They did, Jerm. That's my point. That's what I was saying. It's not a huge problem because I did figure it out.
Right. Okay.
I got it under control. It's just, well, girl, I was like planning to not to die, but damn near, because I was not gonna have a car. I was like, girl, so if I don't have a car, then how do I do this and how do I get there? I guess I don't make music no more. I guess, I don't got niggas no more. Like, where am I? Who am I without a car? I really was having that crisis. And so, because the thing about not having registration in apartment complexes, if they see that your registration is out, they can tow your car. So even, let's say it takes me a month to get all the money together, but my car is just unregistered for a month. Hopefully the police don't find you, but my complex would just tow my car. And once cars start getting tow fees, that goes crazy. Like they charge like $30 a day. It could really get, I've seen, like, I work in insurance, so I not really, but like I kind of have a job that I do sometimes in insurance. Them tow fees could be crazy. So I was just preparing to just be like, I guess I ride the bus now. But I got it under control. I had to get
nothing wrong with the bus though. It's
nothing wrong with the bus. God bless you. Honestly, I used to feel bad for people when I walk past them and they would be walking on the bus. I don't feel bad for them anymore because I think to myself, if they have a job, let's say they make around the same amount of money as I do per hour. Yeah. They have a lot more fucking money than me because they have no car, no insurance, don't need gas. A bus pass is probably, I don't know how much it is, honestly.
$3. It's like literally $3 almost.
they're
It's probably higher now because of the.
You could probably walk into their apartment and they got diamonds everywhere, bitch, because you have monies. You don't have to have all these expenses.
Mm-hmm.
I've been paying my car note and insurance since I was, well, hold on. I can't lie. My mama will clock me. I've been paying my car note since I was 17. I've been paying my insurance since I was like 21. So, and I didn't even used to drive a lot. So I've been wasting money a lot. So I really don't think it's nothing wrong with not having a car. I just don't know who I would be because, you know, I like to do what I like to do. Yeah. I don't like to wait.
You're an auntie. You like to drive around in your Benz coupe and listen to your auntie music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's my personal time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, we got that under control. They made me put down a nasty down payment.
Your car smells nice though.
Oh girl, you know the girls that get in my car, like the Uber girls.
Yeah.
They be like, it smells so good in here. This one lady, black lady, told me, she said, it smells like the culture in here. I said, what? I didn't know what she was trying to say. I was like, what? She said the culture. Like black culture. I said, oh, okay.
Was she a black person that said that?
She was a biracial.
Oh, girl. I would have said, get out. You got to go.
I thought it was funny once I understood what she was saying. I had on a certain cologne that is supposed to like peak your pheromones and things like that. So I think I was just making her a tad bit moist.
I guess, but you see how I pointed out that this girl wasn't fully black because she said the culture. Yeah, I'm like the culture. A black
fully black woman wouldn't have said that.
Oh, you smell good. You smell like a nice black man. They would have said something like that.
Most people just be like, "Oh, it smells nice in here," and I'm like, right. They think it's the air freshener the whole time. It's me. I'm the air freshener.
Okay, all right.
I know that's right. Jerm, you went on your trip to DC. How was it?
It was fun with.
What?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Y'all, why is he giggling?
Because it was fun, but it was weird at the same time. Because I've dealt with some weird situations. Okay, we went with. Okay, let me stop and start with saying we went with a group of people to Washington. Of course, me and Tristan, we paid our own way and paid for our room at the Airbnb. It was a nice little Washington. I want to say it gave. I don't want to say Fresh Prince because Fresh Prince was like a mansion, but
I know that's right.
It was
a
like
McMansion.
I don't want to say mansion, but it was a big house. It was a big house.
A McMansion.
A McMansion,
like a smaller mansion.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. I've never heard of that term before, so thank you for that.
I'm rich.
Oh, I know that's right. I'm sorry.
Manifestation.
Most people like me can't relate.
No, Jerm, you don't manifest poverty. You manifest abundance.
You're right.
Prosperity.
See, you see how my girl always get me together. But anyways,
exactly.
So yeah, we it was a 3-story building, and we were in Washington D.C. It was beautiful. Everything was amazing. The food that we had was chef's kiss. We had kitchen and cocktails. If anybody knows that, you've heard of that. Yeah, it's really expensive, but the food is tasty, girl. I felt like a rich bitch. I'm
Where
like
the niggas with the bad. I know that's right.
All the bad bitches was up in kitchen and cocktails up in Washington D.C. It was crazy, but I'm sorry, y'all. I'm kind of like stuffy because I'm sick, but yeah. So
all them airplane germs all over them.
Yes, it's crazy. Where was I? But no, me and my boyfriend, we went with his friends because his friend was graduating from Howard University. Shout out to her. She's a doctor now. And, you know, we were supposed to have a good time. So the first night I got jet lagged. And I went to sleep. And they came back and I guess we were supposed to go out later on that night. And so we went out that night, had a good time. Everything was cool, y'all. Like, everything was so much fun. We come back, cool. We go to sleep, everything is fine. The next morning, you know, me and my man, you know, my man's a Sagittarius and he likes physical touch, so he likes to get bumped in the morning. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
Why they gotta be the Sagittarius thing? I'm sorry, I didn't realize
because it is. My brother's a Sag, my cousin's a Sag, and My man is a Sag, and they all just are
feral.
I don't even want to say it.
Feral.
Yeah. Feral. You said feral?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, it was just we did our thing, and then all of a sudden, after we did our little thing, we went upstairs, everything was all good, they had breakfast and stuff, and then next thing I know, my boyfriend's friend was like, we heard y'all doing such and such, and we was like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And
Have a happy
we
your
asked,
own time.
yeah, I was like, wait, I was like, what? We was like, what did you hear? And he didn't really say anything, and so we was like, okay, and so we went out. He mentions it again. He was like, yeah, and then somebody else chimed in that was in the group, and they was like, yeah, you said, oh my god, you said this, you said that, bitch. Nobody said any of that.
Basically, they were mocking the ad libs that y'all would have been having.
I guess they thought they heard something, but it really wasn't even that.
Did it give that they were just mad that they weren't asked to be included?
I guess so, or maybe they wanted to watch, but all you had to do was ask.
Ask, baby.
I mean, shoot, you probably gonna have to pay me, but then that would be like prostitution. So
not to watch. That's just
right.
Being entertained or putting on the show, girl. That's what we do.
Bitch, this is not a freak off. I am not Diddy. No. But yeah, I'm just like, oh, girl. I just felt like it was just weird how they like brought it up amongst the group, and we weren't even that loud, so I just felt that was weird. Okay, long story short, we get back to the house after we visit, I want to say, another restaurant, and we ended up changing clothes because we were going to go to like a gay club that night, and I decided to put on a muscle shirt because I didn't want to have like too many layers on, and plus it was going to be cold, and I was going to have I was going to put over a hoodie over myself just so I can like, I just like my hoodies. So all of a sudden, as I'm ironing my clothes, I hear from one of the couples, and keep in mind one of the couples is a biracial couple, Mexican and black, and basically this motherfucker decides to say, this is why I got real titties, and I forgot what he said verbatim, but it was just like, I got real titties, and
the black guy that said that.
Yeah, the black guy said it.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, can't nobody compare to this and all of this stuff. And I was just like, he said it out loud intentionally for somebody to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And
he was reading down.
Right. And I just changed my shirt into a muscle shirt. And so I went up, and so I didn't go upstairs yet. I said, you know what? Let me just mind my business. Next thing I know, I hear "Did It On Him" by Nicki Minaj come on. And so I said, you know what?
This stone is flawless.
F1. I keep shooters up top in the F1. A lot of bad bitches begging me to F1. So I'ma eat them rap bitches when the chef
come. Jerm, he thought he was eating you up.
Baby, when that song came on and I rapped that whole song bar for bar,
and
I had him stuck in the face and he kept looking back and cutting at me, I was like, wow, he wants my attention. And it was just really weird because I didn't know who this guy was, but at the same time, I knew that me singing this song was going to get a rise out of him. Because who were you talking to? Like, why all of a sudden when I changed my muscle shirt? And then keep in mind, me and my boyfriend, we were outside, smoking our weed. And
it's legal there, Chuck. You don't got to whisper.
Well, yeah, you're right. It is legal there. I ended up getting me a medical card too. But I was smoking my weed with my boyfriend, and they started coming out one by one. And it was weird because they were like, hi. And then they went back inside. And then another person would come out.
Girls.
Yes. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's the joke? What's the tea? Like, all of a sudden I changed my shirt and it's the gag of the century. And I'm like, it's just a muscle shirt from H&M. And it was a nice muscle shirt, great quality. It wasn't like a regular muscle shirt,
like a thicker one.
Yeah.
Girl, they couldn't take the muscles. They was jealous.
I guess not.
Jealous.
But I was
jealous.
Okay. Girl, I was like, what is going on? I'm like, am I the butt of the joke? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I got something? I'm looking on my shirt, like, do I got shit on me or something? Like, what's? I need to know what the tea is because ain't nobody letting me know.
Yeah.
And so I get back inside, everybody just acting normal, like they all just didn't come outside and see what I had on. So I get back downstairs, and I'm sorry, back to the did it on them.
Yeah.
I'm rapping the song. The boy is cutting his eye at me, doing all of this stuff and standing up and trying to intimidate me. Keep in mind, this guy is a gym rat, so he's like muscular. And so, I guess he's trying to intimidate me, but it's weird because I don't know why you're doing this and I don't know who you are. And I feel like, this stemmed from me and my boyfriend having sex, I guess. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know where it came from because it came out of nowhere. So long story short, we went out that night. He decided to play shady music of his own. And so first, they ended up playing Chloe Body Do, and how that song starts, and you're going to have to add a clip or something.
No, girl, I don't need no clip. I can give it
give it to us, please. How the song start, Bryce?
Do you ever wonder, like, who else is fucking your man? Oh, your body like this. Your body like this. Your body like basically. Okay. Miss Girl thing was trying to be like, girl, I could fuck your man if I wanted him. You know, that's what he was trying to give you.
Exactly. And it was like, bitch, if you want my man, you can have him at the end of the day.
Not you can have him.
No, because if he can get took, he wasn't mine to begin with.
That's what they say.
So
that's what they had said.
So I was just like confused. And the first time I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sing the song. I'm singing along to the song because I know the song. I know my girl Chloe, and I'm singing along. So he decides to play it 2 more times, right?
That's weird. Now you're dragging it.
You're really dragging it. And so I'm just like sitting there really awkwardly. I'm like, he is really insisting on, because I think that he thinks that somebody fucked. Okay, so there was some kind of rumor, or I don't know if it's true or not. It probably is true. Hey, it is what it is at this point, because 6 years later, I'm still with the guy and we happy.
I know that's right.
So
I know that is right, Jerm.
Apparently his roommate, because him and the guy are roommates. I don't know if I'm telling it right, but him and the guy are roommates, and they were roommates. And
your boyfriend and that guy were roommates in college.
They were roommates in college. And basically, he, I guess, was insinuating that he fucked somebody and that he cheated on me type shit. And I really don't care about any of that. Like, I don't give a fuck. Because if he did it, then what can I do? What can I do about it? You know, it's 6 years later.
I know that's right, Rashida.
Not Rashida, bitch.
I'm sorry, I had to say that. My bad. I know, but the overall point is that you thought the bitch was just being messy either way.
I just thought it was messy because nowadays I know where my man is at, inside and out. I got the location.
I know that is right. Not inside and out.
Shit. No, because I know him. Like, we are with each other every day, and this is when we were both young and in college and stuff. So I'm not gonna fault him for doing something in his past when in our future we're good people. You know, we're good today. I'm on my adult shit. So
what does the grandmother say?
She said a lot of shit.
Now that's how you run that one.
Exactly. So I was just like, it was really weird for him to try to be messy in that way. And I was confused because I thought we were cool. You know, we always hang out together. They came to my house. We done threw parties and stuff, and they done came and hung out with us. So it was just like really weird for them to switch up, not only on me, but on my boyfriend. And so, before we left, I forgot to add this. They wanted all of us to take a picture.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided to say, no, I'm not going to take a picture because I feel like there's some shady stuff going on. And I'm not going to pretend and smile unless this gets resolved, because I don't fake anything.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
And so that's when and as I was saying that, my boyfriend was taking a picture, and he took a picture of all of their faces. Bryce.
Why?
He didn't mean to. He didn't mean to.
Oh, bitch! I thought you were saying he was making a list to take them hoes out.
No, but he did. He took because like I said, they were trying to get in the picture, and they was all huddled up in the picture, and they was like, "Jerm, come get in the picture." And I said no. And so after I said that, he accidentally clicked the picture, and it showed the reaction in the moment. Yes. And
girl,
so I
gotta
saw
put that
them
on the wall.
Yes, girl. I gotta send you this. You gotta edit it in, girl, or something. I don't know. But
oh Lord. That's a gag.
Girl,
that is such a gag.
When I tell you,
he messy. I like him. He messy. Okay.
When I tell you, my boyfriend captured their real raw reactions to what I said, because what I said wasn't anything that was disrespectful. I was just saying what I felt like. I feel like there's something shady going on. Because why is this boy low-key throwing shade and he cutting his eye at me? Like, why do I have to have my guard up when we all on a trip together? Because now I feel like my life is in danger.
Girl, I know that's right, because people have died on trips with a bunch of hating assholes.
Exactly.
That's true as he. I do want to say, you did give me a preview of this story, and so you're missing a detail that the girls really want to know.
Yeah.
What happened after you were rapping along to Did It On Them?
Oh, she played the Megan Thee Stallion song in the car. I was going to get back to that. Yeah. Guess what song she played, y'all?
It was like a back and forth, like a versus battle.
Like
diss songs. Yeah.
You can compete with me.
Yeah.
First of all,
Beyonce said, don't ever in your life think you can compete with me. I'm twisted, bitch. I'm contradicted. Lies on his lips. I kissed it. Okay.
You need. Okay. Because I was like, okay, so he played Hiss, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
a song that nobody heard.
A song that nobody heard, bitch. It went number one for no reason at all. Simply by bots.
It got the Nicki stimulus package.
Exactly.
Hey, shout out to her. I would love to have a number one because Nicki dissed me. It would be great, but congratulations. Happy birthday.
Congratulations
to her. What is it? Over a year later, nobody's listening to that on purpose.
Nobody's listening to that shit. Nobody wants to hear that. I already killed you with Did It On Them. And I rapped the whole song. You didn't even rap this song. You just played the song. And then on top of that, the people in the back, the instigators talking about some, yeah, fuck y'all. Yeah, fuck y'all. You know, the people that was in the photo with the mean faces?
Oh, yeah.
They were talking about some, yeah, fuck. Just being
while
extra.
The song was playing?
Yeah.
No.
Because you know how the song starts? I just want to say, fuck y'all.
I don't. When I say nobody heard it, Jerm, I mean me. Like,
no,
I would never have heard that. Accidentally.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I was just like, really Megan Thee Stallion? I said, y'all gonna have to do better than that. I said, not Miss Flop the Stallion. And I'm sitting there just making fun of him. And so he continues to play Chloe Body Dude. And I'm
had
like,
to go back to the drawing board.
Right.
Yeah.
I said, girl, you're tired. I put my headphones in. I said, girl, you're tired. I'm done. And we ended up going to the club, and all of a sudden, the girls were starting to be messy, trying to see what was going on. What was going? Like, what happened? Like,
what was all of that about?
Yeah, like, are you okay? Like, and then
whole time, Jerm, they talking about you in the group chat.
They talking about me like a dog, mumbling and cackling. Mumbling and cackling in the group chats like I don't know what they doing.
Talking about the motherfucking queen?
Watching the motherfucking stuff.
Jerm, I hate when bitches know they don't like you, but they not real bitches, so they still in your face like, what was all of that about?
You big bobblehead bitch. Why are you
like Daryl? You got an issue with Daryl?
You know what the fuck going on, bitch. Exactly. You know what the fuck going on, bitch. Don't play dumb. Like, and let me regurgitate and say that I just came on this trip to have a good time. Yeah. Bitch, I got drama going on with my family that I just don't be trying to deal with. And this trip was really something that I just really wanted to like let go and just come back and just be brand new. But it was some hating ass bitches. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know none of y'all. And
they say that happens a lot when you get too many homos together. It's bound to be some drama.
Drama. And then the Hispanic boy pitting two gay black people against each other.
What's that to you?
Making it seem like it's a competition when really the black boy is a victim. Because you got to tell him.
Give us his tea. What's going on? What's the tea?
Let's tell the tea.
Mm-hmm. So this is the boyfriend of the one who's being rude to you.
Yes.
Okay.
So the Hispanic guy ended up letting the boyfriend's cousin live with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so it turns out that they ended up on this app called, I think it was like Sniffies or something. Have you heard of that?
That is a debaucherous app, girl. That is for nobody who is saved. That is for nobody who is saved. No shade, girl. It's
Have you heard of it though?
Jerm, I'm going to tell the people what it is.
Please tell
you don't know. You don't know. And
I definitely don't, but I heard of it.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell the people what really goes down. Sniffies is, think of like the lowest level of a hookup app that could possibly be, to where you don't even have to say, my name is. Hello, how are you? I'm sorry. You can literally just see body parts on a map. Like think of like the map in your city where you can see the city around you where Walmart and Target
like
is.
Snapchat.
Imagine that, but then you just see small photos of butts in other parts.
Girl, not.
And you can click on it and be like, that brown one right there with the mole on it, where you at? And they'll be like, I'm at 6382 West Cherry Street. And you can roll
that makes sense.
That
makes sense for what the story I'm about to tell you.
Yeah.
So
don't ask me why I know. I just be knowing stuff.
Okay. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it turns out that the Hispanic boyfriend found the cousin that they let stay with them on the app because I guess he was in the vicinity of the
room. Yeah.
Yes. And so he ended up messaging them. And they ended up texting each other back and forth explicit shit.
In front of the boyfriend face.
In front of the boyfriend.
Girl, call Kelly Bryce. That's crazy.
You playing songs talking about some, do you ever wonder who fucking your... No, bitch. Do you ever wonder who fucking your man?
Jerm, play Kelly Bryce.
And they in the next room. Okay?
Thicker than blood.
Thicker than blood.
Never would have thought it could be me.
And
my
I'm
closest
like,
friend. Okay.
I'm like, why is he coming for me and I know his tea? Why is
you knew it already? I thought you just
I knew it already. Because
but you could have cleared the room.
He told us this himself. Me and my boyfriend and somebody else was there. I just don't remember the fourth person.
You're a nice girl. Why you didn't clear the room? Why you didn't clear the room?
Baby, why do I need to do that? When the destruction is already destructing.
Not
Where
the
there's
room
smoke,
is clear.
there's fire.
Not the room is clear.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
That's the title, Jerm. The room is clear.
Period. I said I ain't got to do nothing. Because that's just going to come back on me. So where there's smoke, there's fire. That motherfucker over there going to blow up his situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, already showed me the motherfucking messages between them two.
Oh, now y'all got the receipts too.
Yeah. He went to a motherfucking sex party in December and was sending... damn. Can you cut his name out? And was sending
you done said it 18 times, girl. It's gonna be.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn. And was sending my man, stuff of different men's that was gonna be at the party.
That's fight.
Went to the motherfucking party. Who knows what he did? Who knows what the fuck went on?
Why are you involving an innocent relationship up man into your activity.
Bullshit.
Like, that's disrespectful.
It's fuck. Just because you're
Jerm,
unhappy in
you're
your
way
situation.
better than me because you really have beyond them being rude to you in that moment. Just involving your man in their felonious activities, you could really just have an issue on that principle because that's
exactly.
Weird. Would you want him to come join you?
I'm confused this whole time because I'm like, what is wrong with these girls? So the whole time I say, you know what? I'm not gonna give them any of my energy. You get nothing from me today. Goodbye. Don't make me call Portia. I say you're gonna get nothing. You're gonna get nothing from me the whole trip.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at me, you can glance at me, you can glare at me. You're gonna get nothing from me. So the whole time, I said, babes, let's go do this over here.
Y'all having fun by yourselves. Yeah,
exactly. We having fun on our own because people want to be catty and shady for whatever reason. I don't motherfucking know. Maybe they're jealous. Who knows? Jealous.
He's jealous.
Comparison is the what is the saying? Comparison is the thief of joy.
I was literally going to say that while you were talking. If you are the type of person to see somebody just living, having fun, having a good time, being cute, and you start thinking about you, it's natural, right? The human brain does what the human brain does, but you got to be a real enough bitch to remind yourself, like, all right, Jerm can look cute in his shirt. All right, Jerm can have a cute relationship. I can still find my own shit, and I don't got to covet his shit and hate on him for doing what he does.
Yeah.
The girls don't know how to check themselves, and they let their jealousy run rampant. And then you look a fool. Then you look crazy.
In the face, too. And I don't like all that. I got the picture to prove it.
Because you know why I can be happy for people? Because not only does everybody deserve happiness, but I want the girls to respect it when it's my turn.
Exactly.
So why am I hating on you for being a bad bitch?
Real. Thank you.
You know, we love to quote this one philosopher. Onika Tanya.
Uh-oh.
These bitches is like crabs in a bucket. You see a bad bitch getting shine, you should love it. Okay? And I heard that at a very young age. And I pledge allegiance to the flag of Onika Tanya. I believe it. Okay?
Onika Tanya. Onika Tanya. Okay. Oh. Okay.
But the girls were jealous and they couldn't take you.
And that's fucked up because I was laughing and talking to everybody and being social. Y'all, if y'all know me, I like to sit in a corner and mind my business, and I speak when I'm spoken to. This was the first time I done came out of my shell for folks and trying to be a social person, engaging, and then they want to just shit in my face. And so after that, I didn't want to be included with anything with them. Because y'all already showed me who y'all are. And what was you finna say? Because it's fucked up.
I want to ask you, I'm not trying to be Dr. Bryce, but you know I do that sometimes. Has this happened to you before?
It's definitely happened to me before.
When was the last time it happened?
This happened in high school.
Ooh.
See? Yeah.
Girl, do you want to tell somebody what happened?
Because I've been through this before in high school. With bitches being fake and middle school too. People talking about me. One time, I was humming in the hallway. And these group of people who I thought were my friends, and I'm telling y'all, I thought they were my friends because we lived in the same neighborhood. We done hung out with each other. I'd invited them over my house. They invited me over their house. Having so much ample fun as kids. Tell me why. Cute. Middle school come around, 6th grade, I'm humming, those same group of people. Who was doing that humming? All of a sudden, the boy goes, oh, it's that gay-ass nigga over there.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember that, Jerm? There was like a shift from little boys just being normal little boys to all of a sudden being raging like dickheads and homophobes. Yeah. It was just like, bitch, we used to play basketball together. What the fuck?
I was
what did he say fuck me for?
Whoa! And I turned around. He was like, oh. Like, yeah, I heard you. And after that, I was like, damn, they weren't my friends. So
Now, I want to know about the high school because I like the idea of us talking about people that are probably going to hear it. It's fun. So,
well, I feel like we previously spoke about some of those people in the first episode.
But was it ever a group that turned against you? That's what I was wanting to know.
Yes, when everybody found out that I was gay, All the people who I thought were my friends back then turned on me. And it's like, damn, like I'm still the same person that you guys know me as, but it was like, bitch, it was like getting canceled on Twitter and people just saying all of this shit, but in real life, in your face. Like, I know how it feels to get canceled to your face, you know, by a group of people. So
I feel like I know what it's like for people just not to like you, just because not people turning on me, but I've been in spaces where it's like, damn, bitch, I only got one friend in here, and I'm not gonna lie, girl, it was you. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Like, I hated all of them bitches because they didn't like me, and I didn't do nothing. I tried to be nice to every last one of them bitches. Every last one of them. It was one that I couldn't stand, and he's really cute now, so I do apologize. But everybody else, I didn't like. So my thing growing up, I have a mouth, if y'all can't tell,
girl.
So I would get into it with, let's say, Jerm's friend. It had nothing to do with Jerm, but his friend tried me, and I had to clear the room. Now Jerm has convinced everybody else that I'm just the biggest devil, and nobody wants to engage with me. So we're going on trips, and we're going on excursions, and we're doing things with the choral. You know, we're traveling on tour.
Oh, choir is a whole different beast, bitch.
That's what I thought you were talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that was a whole different thing.
We lived like a whole reality show while we were in high school because we were in the messiest after-school activity that you could have possibly been in. Imagine 45 wannabe Beyoncés, and we all live amongst each other, bitch. Everybody thought they were it. And a lot of us were missing the I and the T. You know? So it was diva antics. It was, I want the solo. It was very Glee. I tell people all the time, I basically grew up in Glee.
Glee, girl. I hated it. Girl, what y'all saw on Glee is what the fuck we went through. But make it black people. Just black kids, okay? So it was 10 times worse because everybody, like he said, thought they were fucking Beyonce, Whitney Houston. And don't get me wrong, people were talented as fuck. Don't get me wrong, people were talented, but their attitudes were like out of this world. I'm like, girl, we're still in high school. We're still children. Like, calm down. I get it. You want to be that girl, but please let this bitch over here shine too. Really good. Yeah.
I can say as a non-hater, I knew that them people were really, really good, but I also knew that I was not done developing. So you were not going to play me like Lil Baby in the corner.
They definitely used to play Bryce. Respect too. Yeah, they definitely used to play Bryce.
So you know I can't wait to win my Grammy because I'm going to shout them out. And to all of the bitches that tried to play me, love you, babe. Bye. I'm going to kill the girls with kindness, real nasty like.
Real gracious. Okay.
Yeah. But it's gonna be real stank too.
Always stay gracious. Best revenge is your paper. You know, I always.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say something nice, but I'm gonna make a face so that the real bitches know that was not a nice thing. It wasn't a compliment at all.
No, but I get that because I remember one person. They were like, "Man, Jeremy, you know, when me and such make it, you gonna become our stylist because you can dress."
Jerm, please don't tell me who said that. Was it Fantasia? In a male form? Fantasia in a male form, girl. Put your picture on my window.
I said, meanwhile, I have a whole project out on SoundCloud during that time. I think this was 2018.
And them streams was ran up.
I said...
That is so much shade. When we make it, girl, you're going to put our clothes together. I don't think you ever told me that. That is a gag. Jerm, were you gagged when you heard it?
Girl, when I tell you, my mouth was on the floor.
Wig on the
floor. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't say nothing. I let them walk out the room. I said, did he really just say that?
Jerm, you are such a nice guy. I wish you would have told me this in real time. We would have got that bitch together and told her to Rihanna say, good luck booking that stage you speak of. There's not a market for Fantasia with a lineup. Like, it's just not.
Girl.
You're not going to sell.
Did he? And then I remember I was singing at it was the school talent show at the end of the year.
You used to tear that one down.
I remember seeing a specific person who I thought was my friend. She was supposed to be my main girl. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know who she is. She was the
sure.
favorite. I seen her. You know what I'm talking about.
See.
You know what I'm talking about. I seen her
He's doing
walk out of the auditorium as I got on the stage.
Jerm, okay, hold on. You gonna hate me for this? I always thought that bitch was iconic for that. She did not give a fuck. She would pull diva antics, and everybody, because she was so talented, everybody got in fucking line. Now, I do agree, you are one of the most talented people I've ever met, so you could have matched that bitch energy, and y'all could have had a real Avengers type of battle, but she was too nice for that. So because she had the nerve, it seemed like she would be getting her way. Because the bitch was talented and she was ruthless. And I used to be like, you know what? I kind of live for you.
You were like, hunty, bitch. I'd be living for her, but then I'd be like, oh, bitch, I can't stand you. Because she used to, I remember she stole my headphones on the bus to New York and didn't think that I knew. Didn't think that I knew.
Yeah.
And then gonna say, hey, Jeremy, one of these earphones don't work. Do you have an extra pair? Oh, and I remember one of my earphones didn't work. And I said, oh.
I know that's right.
I had another pair of Beats headphones that were wireless. So, bitch, have fun with your hand-me-downs.
I know that's right.
Since you wanted to steal them. But ever since then, I could not trust that lady. I could not trust her. I said, now that
she's one of the people that I did not necessarily look at like she hated me. I didn't really think too much. We never had a relationship at all, so I didn't think too much about her. So I was able to excuse it and just like gag for what it is, you know?
Yeah.
But some of them other ones, baby, I wouldn't walk past you in Walmart and say hello. Okay. I don't see you.
On a gas station.
That's why I don't be down in the South of Dallas anyway.
Okay. You're funny. Because they all down there.
That's where they
all down there. Girl,
okay. Nobody went to Hollywood. I'm sorry. Ooh.
I go and get.
Why is nobody in Hollywood living it up, being big? Some of them are being big, but I mean, you know, on the stage.
Yeah, you're hilarious.
Jerm, only a few of us actually kept doing what we said we were gonna do. It's no shade. It's no shade.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep doing it. But then it's just those are certain instances where I saw people for who they are.
Yeah.
And God honestly would reveal them to me, and I will believe it. I will believe it. After that incident, when you told me that situation
with your friend,
with damn
redacted
the dwarf, when we was on a trip at Tarleton.
Bye, Jerm. I just got it. Go away.
Yeah.
Stop giving people names. Go away.
And you was like, girl, I got tea. I got it for you.
Girl,
you showed me the video.
I didn't talk like that.
He was like,
wait. I showed you a video? What's
this?
Yes,
bitch. You showed me a video.
I don't recall.
Girl.
I had caught that bitch on Candy camera.
This is why I have to like keep you in my life to this day. Because
so I caught that bitch on Candy camera, basically.
You caught that bitch on Candy camera talking shit about me. And then you came back and you was like, Jerm, now I'm gonna show you this. You sat me down in the hotel room. I said,
"What a housewife scene?"
Right.
Go
what are you talking about? I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Now look, I'm gonna show you this, but I don't need you to act all crazy now. Okay? I just want you to know that this is what's going on behind your back." And so you showed me. I'm looking at the video, and I'm looking, and I'm seeing this little dwarf ass talk shit about me. And you were supposed to be my friend. And I done let you into my friend group when people didn't fuck with you.
This feels reminiscent. Like, I don't remember the exact scenario, but that was your friend for real. So, of course, it would mean more to you than me. I probably was just being messy, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, back then, I should never been so damn friendly. But I was a kid, child.
You got to do that to learn who not to get close to.
Yeah, definitely. Because now, bitch, I can clock them from a mile away.
I think the type of friends that because that's what I'm getting from the whole hater episode. Hoes just not gonna like you sometimes. You may not never know why.
And that's okay.
I think it's important to not befriend people who turn out to be hating assholes in the long run. We've all had our mistakes, and I think you just learn how to spot people moving forward.
Definitely. Because, child, when I tell you that shit literally floored me. And I was like, I was hurt. And I remember going down trying to fight that boy. And then I remember, this other boy was like trying to bring it up. He was like, don't fight him. Because I was going to beat the fuck out of him.
That boy.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about,
the
right?
other one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember you told him that I wasn't effing with him like that.
Yeah. Girl, so when I say we lived a reality show, I was the protagonist. Like, I kept the shit going. If y'all like, and so my thing is, I don't really feel a closeness to none of y'all bitches. So guess what? Nobody's getting along. Okay. If y'all gonna make me the outcast, I'm gonna start a fight. How about that?
And bitch, that shit started the fire, and I'm a fire starter. I don't play. As soon as I see some shit that's fucked up and you stepped on my toes, I'm gonna stomp on yours. So
that is so cool that you have details that I forgot, because I always say I was so messy before I grew up a little bit, but I was this sounds so messy. Oh my God.
Like you caught I was shocked that you caught a video. Yeah. I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh. And he was like, and I remember exactly what he said. He said, I don't give a fuck about Jeremy insecure ass. Whole time, bitch, you insecure. You ashy. You coming to school with holes in your shoes. Your clothes too damn ill-fitted.
Now. I know exactly who you're talking about now. I thought we were talking about Miss Stupid Ass Bitch for a second, but I know who you're talking about now.
We can definitely get on her too.
That's why when you said Dorf, because she's small too, that's what I thought you were saying. But I get it now. I get it now.
She's anorexic, skinny legend.
Wait, she lost weight? Congratulations.
She's a skinny legend now.
Congratulations, stupid ass bitch.
Yeah.
Stupid and I don't got nothing against you. I think that's a cute name for you on the show.
Yeah, it's definitely a pet name. Yeah. But it's just it was fucked up.
That's so nice. I like hearing about how the girls are doing. I don't pay attention to many of them. It's only like a couple of them I follow because they didn't got fun. But
okay, bitch. But I will say,
if y'all can't tell, I'd be very lustful,
girl.
But the other ones, the ones who was bad bodied and ugly back then, I don't need to see what they got going on.
Exactly, at all. But my thing is, have you ever dealt with like fake people in your life, or have you ever had anybody reveal themselves to you but not really reveal themselves?
Oh yes. So that's what I was saying about the hater thing. I don't give a fuck about people who just don't like me. I give a fuck about when I get close to somebody and it'd be like small things start to chip away at the bigger picture. And then you'd be like, oh, bitch, you hate me. So I have definitely had the realization of, girl, you never really gave a fuck about me.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it happen with the story that I told several episodes ago with the friend about the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
That type of stuff. Like, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Let's break the fourth wall. Me and Jerm just had a minor disagreement. And it's not a big deal. Like, it was just, we discussed it, we settled it. I feel like that's how real bitches converse.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when a hoe don't like you already, a minor disagreement is the biggest blow up in the world, and it goes on for hours and days. And then maybe y'all get back cool, but why
there's still animosity there?
83 years for clarity, you know? I feel like when you don't hate a hoe, you could really just talk to them and be like, oh, you thought this, I thought that. Okay, great, we good.
But this bitch got a smart mouth. I'm gonna call your mom and tell her to pop you. You need a whooping. Yeah.
I have a smart mouth. This is not about me. This is about hoes that hate me. The thing about it, when you became my friend, you knew I had a mouth like this. Especially you, bitch, because you met me years ago. So think about the people of today's time. I am the same person. I was literally earlier today, roasting and gagging at work earlier today. I am the same person everywhere I go. So unless I don't want to talk to you at all, and then I'm very nice, act like the nicest person in the world if I don't want to interact with you. All right, you have a great day. That's how I act with strangers. But like, if I'm having real conversations with you, I just let it all out. So the smart mouth, sure, but babe, you knew who I was when we got into this.
I would, you know what? For the future man that's gonna be in Bryce's life, just bear with him, okay? I know he got a smart mouth, but he means well. My sister means well, and she can cook.
Somebody and clean. I think I met somebody that is a little bit more snappy than me, and I think it's hilarious right now. Like I'm not annoyed because usually when people are like, okay, I'll tell y'all this. When people are, I have to think about if I want to say something sometimes, but I was talking to somebody like a year ago, and I tried to start talking to them again a few months ago. That I didn't know this about them back in the day, but like I know now. He saw my witty personality, or like smart mouth, as Jerm said, and that's not his natural personality, or it wasn't. At least he used to be like very nice guy to me, but then he started to try to match what I do, but he doesn't have the same finesse, the same gracefulness that I have.
What's his sign?
Don't recall. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not that important.
Okay.
But he started trying to mimic what I was doing, and it just started to seem like he was just being a bitch. And I was like, so when I do it, we all laugh. When you do it, it's not funny.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad you met your match.
He was not my match. I'm hopefully have met my match now. Somebody that can do it in a way where it's like I'm actually laughing. So we can have banter, and it's not just dry conversation, and we're both being playful. But it doesn't come from a place of like being aggy. Because that last one that was trying to do what I do, it was like, baby, just be nice because you don't do this well. It just seems like you're being annoying now.
Oh.
I wish I could give you more details on what I'm trying to say. Like, if you ever went through the messages, you would just see, and I'm sure I've deleted them because I clear people about my phone. But it would just be like, wait, like, so, you know, like, Jerm, you know this, because we talk about music and like business a lot. I'm not always in a roasting and gagging mood. Sometimes I'm very straightforward, serious.
Yeah.
It's very jarring when I'm giving you very straightforward, serious, and you're giving me roast and gag. I'm like, babe, recess was an hour ago. Like, it's time to get some things done right now. So he was on the recess mode all day.
All the time.
And it would be like, see, now I don't want to talk to you because now you're acting 12. That's how I used to be back in the day.
Yeah. Child.
I was trying to find a scenario where I've come across that as far as hating assholes, friends turning into hating assholes thing that I have not already told y'all, because this happens so many times. I will say everything, I want to make this point on this. Everything is not always a hating asshole. I have fallen out with people where we just had simple life differences. We grew apart and we just don't go together no more. Like on a friendship level, of course. So it's not that we just think every time we don't get along with somebody that they hating assholes. But sometimes, like Whitney said, not always, sometimes, it's not rooted in a real conflict.
Sometimes.
It's rooted in somebody was around you and trying to see what they can get out of being around you. They realize that they weren't going to get exactly what they want because you're not a pushover. And so now they wait for a moment to be like, all right, I never liked you anyway, bitch. And it's just like, girl, I thought we was cool.
Right.
Damn.
And that's fucked up in its own way too. Because it's like, bitch, you could have said that from the beginning.
But honestly, this is going to sound like I'm trauma dumping a little bit. And no offense if they hear this. I grew up with siblings who didn't give a damn about me. Or so I thought. So they'll deny it with their life now. And my mama will too. And be like, oh no, they wasn't mean to you. They was just being siblings. I was like, no. I grew up thinking like, oh, you whores hate me for real. So it's not a big deal to me. I just be like, all right, there are more people out here in the world. I happen to have a very reasonable approach to fallouts. Like even when it comes to men, I'm like, all right, what's next? You know, we'll figure out better. And now that I know better, I can make better decisions. I know I can make better friendships right now because of the weird friendships that I've had in the past. I'm not going to do things the exact same way. I'm not going to be looking for the same things. I recently learned that you actually gravitate better, or you'll get along better with people that are different from you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I did not know that, because I've heard the thing opposites attract, And I'm thinking that's
it's real
relationship thinking, or in relationship terms. With friendships, I was purposely, I don't know why, I would be looking for friends who do the same thing that I do. Maybe he's a Virgo. Maybe there's another similarity that we have in life, a shared experience. And I'm like, we can be best friends. And then I don't know what it is, but those are the types of people that end up growing to hate me.
Yeah.
People that I have absolutely nothing in common with, and we just develop a real bond. Me and you are very different, Jerm. We don't think alike. The only real similarity is that we both love music, and we make, we have a gift in that. But other than that, girl, you don't be doing nothing I want to do.
And vice versa. I like to sit at home with your wine by the fireplace, listening to jazz.
I don't drink wine, but yeah.
I'm sorry, eat your edibles.
I do drink it, but I don't have it. Like, you're not going to paint me out to be a wino, not on this platform. But I really think that you have longer lasting connections with people that are not very, very like you, because for whatever reason, people that I think we should be best friends forever because we're so much alike, it's like they start seeing something in me that they know about them and they project it. Oh my gosh. Having a friend, a best friend that was 3 days younger than me, that means we're both Virgos.
Yeah.
I know how the Virgo mind works, right? So the things that I'm saying about me being like messy, always talking shit, or just think of all the worst parts about me, girl. A lot of that is because I'm a Virgo. So I've had to pull it back a bit. So that's why I'm not as bad as I was in 2015 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I understand certain things that are off-putting. Like even on this show, I know when I'm saying things that are going to offend people and going to turn up some noses. That don't stop me from saying it. But like, I'm very aware of what I'm doing. I see in other Virgos where they think that I'm being a certain type of way because they have not learned how to control themselves yet.
Because you're still,
I literally have been there. You're still a very like unconsciously bitchy type of girl, a very unconsciously antsy, anal girl. Like, girl, when I'm being antsy, Jerm, and I'm being annoying to you, and y'all don't know this, but like, he calls me Matthew Knowles. When I'm being like that, Jerm, I know exactly what I'm doing. It's not accidental.
Yeah.
And I also do it to a certain level. I don't go too fucking far.
Right.
So other Virgos try to clock me thinking that I'm trying to be the big bad bitch in the room because that's what they would do. And it's like, girl, no, actually, I've humbled myself a lot, and I'm really reserved. I'm actually keeping it cute because I could do more. So I think opposites is where I'm going as far as developing friendships, and hopefully I don't run into that where it's just like, girl, not my closest friend.
Yeah.
She hates me.
No, because that hurts. It really does.
It does.
My closest friend breakup, I got over that in like the span of 3 years. It took me 3 years to get over.
Damn.
So,
I did have one. I finally, after all of that talking, y'all, in the fourth quarter, I finally have a fun story. It just came to me. Oh my God, Jerm. So you might know this person. I'll have to go look and see if you follow him. So y'all, there's another singer in the state of Dallas. Yes, the state of Dallas. Me back in the day making friends that did the same thing that I did. I'm thinking like, oh girl, we're gonna be the best of friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
We never worked together, but we talked about it a lot. And so this is around the time, Jerm, where I first met Garland, or maybe like right before that. So that's when I started like making music that people would actually like. You know, I was starting to find my sound and my wave a little bit.
Yeah.
That friend at the time, he was maybe like a year behind what I had already done my research to find, like in terms of like where I'm going in the direction. I was not, I'm really good about, well, I don't want to lie and say I'm really good about it. I think about giving unsolicited advice to people, especially when they're trying something new. I understand that phase of I'm just figuring it out. I don't really need a lot of commentary. So I'm listening to his music, and not in a judgmental way. I'm like, oh, I remember when I used to do this. I remember I used to do that. I remember when I had these issues, right? And I would give him tips on like how to avoid it, but I'm not telling him his shit is ass. You know, I'm not saying, oh, this shit sucks, because I didn't want nobody talking to me like that when my shit was ass. You know, I think about things like that. Like, a lot of people don't realize how much I think. So if I am doing something to you, it's very possible, if I'm coming off a certain way, not doing something to you, if I'm coming off a certain way, it's very possible that it's intentional. Especially unless you've created it in your head, because some of us like to create narratives in our head. But if it's real, I'm probably actively doing it on purpose. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm very intentional. So I purposely did not tell him like my most raw opinion of what I thought his music was at the time. I'm really just happy that I'm in my zone, finally figuring my stuff out. I have no reason to be worried about him, other than that's my friend. I want him to find his thing too. This young man had a little engineer that he believed in so bad. You know, me and you have tried those random studios around Dallas where you got to pay $93,000 an hour and get them some blood and a little bit of head if you want studio time.
I ain't never did that, but
I ain't did it either. I'm just saying the price is very steep.
Yeah.
So he had found somebody that he was paying like $150 per session. And he said that the guy recorded, mixed, and mastered for $150.
One song?
One song. Because, hold on. You know, back in the day, we used to get out 2 songs in a session. We used to be running.
Yeah.
So he said, oh, no, it's not per session. It's per song. So it doesn't matter how fast you can record the song. It's $150 for him to work on this one song. And at the time, I had to be like 21, maybe not even that, maybe still 20. That sounded crazy to me. So I was like, oh, no, I'm fine. I'll continue to work with the person I'm working with.
Right.
We're going to figure it out. He's like, really? Because I feel like you should be working with my guy. And I'm like, no, I'm good. And he was like, your music would sound better if you work with my guy. Oh. And I'm like, but yours doesn't sound good. Now, all of a sudden, I become the biggest, wickedest bitch in the world because you tried me, and I just had to let you know. That's the whole point of the story. So when I tell y'all that girl cursed me out something nasty, she said I wasn't going to ever be nothing in life. I was never going to pop. I was never going to make a good record. I was never going to sing on key. I was never going to hit the note. I wish I had the DMs because this was on Instagram. We had each other's numbers, but we would talk on Instagram sometimes. He laid me out. And I said, you was the one that was telling me that my shit sucks. It was crazy. So I basically understood from that, like, because since then, he's tried to be cool with me. And once I see who you are, baby, I don't go back.
Exactly.
But I noticed in that very moment, because when I say I told him, well, your shit doesn't sound good, I didn't say it like that back in 2021 or whatever. I said it in a much cuter way. I don't remember, but I didn't just say your shit doesn't sound good. I was just like, I can hear from what he does with you that it's not.
It doesn't sound any better, probably.
It would be financially irresponsible for me to stop working with the person that I pay less money and get a better product. You know?
Yeah.
I would have to pay him more money and teach him how to do what I've already trained my other person. Because this is actually the person before Garland that was like not great, but like a little bit better than what I had found before. You know?
Okay. Okay.
So I was really just trying to be like, thank you for your opinion, but no, right?
Yeah.
It turned into some big drama. Mm-hmm. I noticed in that moment, wait, for you to say all of these things about my voice, like he tried to play me like they play Candy. And anybody sing, yeah. He tried to give me that. All right. Coming into my house last night. So, little secret, you don't before you.
I know.
Okay.
Hey.
He was basically trying to give me that, like, girl, your voice sounds a mess. You can't sing all that. And I was just like, oh, girl, you thought of this about me this whole time.
Yeah.
Because how did we get there we talking about the quality of engineers.
And now he coming for your voice.
I was like, oh, wow. Is this what the girls are thinking?
No, that's crazy as hell. I
don't have like a complex about it anymore. Like back then, it probably did hurt my feelings. But the girls don't want to see me on or off the stage, you know?
Okay, Sierra.
Exactly. But I've noticed that I've had a few interactions like that where it's like a simple conversation turns into a blowout. Like I said earlier, when me and Jerm had our minor disagreement, she was calling me out my name because that's how she talks. But it wasn't like low down dirty, you dirty foot bitch. It wasn't giving all of that. He just be calling me a bitch and a hoe.
But nah, bitch, this hoe came from my age. Like, you need to. I said, first of all, bitch, why you acting like we're not a year apart?
Tell the girls the truth. Did I come for your age, or did you tell me that I'm not your child? Jerm, in the middle of a professional disagreement, Jerm said, "Don't dismiss me like I'm your child."
Because I felt like he just dismissed me.
But I wasn't trying to dismiss you. I was trying to be calm.
That's how it felt.
I apologize if that's how it felt, but I was trying to be calm, real mature. Because Jerm is one of my good friends. I don't want to just be arguing with my good friend over bullshit. So I was like, all right, girl, figure it out. Calm down, basically. She's like, don't dismiss me like I'm your child. And to that, I say, you're much too old to be my child. Bitch. I'm not age shaming. I'm just saying, it's
why do I have to be
impossible.
Much too old? You could just say you're too old to be my child.
Much too old. Is that too much?
That's a little bit too much icing on the cake.
I'm sorry.
You might as well put a cherry on top of that cupcake. Because I'm like, damn, bitch.
Much is a little aggressive. My bad.
I said, damn. It's like that.
It was not meant like that. I do apologize. I don't know why much came out of my mouth. That's just what the words told me to say. My bad.
Oh, I felt like one of your whores.
I don't talk to my whores like that. I'm very nice.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah, I really think that is a testament to a friendship that is not rooted in jealousy or hate, because it doesn't have to turn into, bitch, that's why your mama said you was like, we don't got to do all that.
Right. Like, why do we have to hit below the belt?
Why we got to go deep?
No, because I literally had that happen to me before. Like, and I still be confused. Like, what the fuck? What did I do?
Yeah.
So
I thought we were just having a disagreement. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's okay. Like, you don't have to talk about the bitch like a dog, or talk about the bitch track that's hanging out, or, oh, I seen your panty line. Oh, that's why you had a camel toe the other day. Yeah, bitch, I seen it.
I want to say? This is like a test of your own character, because we all have to be accountable in our own right.
Yeah.
When you have a disagreement with your friend, and let's say you have another friend that you tell things about. Let's say you have another friend that you tell things to, like about I just had an argument with Keisha, right? I personally talk to my mom about stuff like that, like when I'm having conflict with people, because she don't know the people I'm talking about for real, so it doesn't mean anything for me to be like, I was having a conversation with somebody and they said this and I said that. I get to express myself. She gonna tell me what she think about it, maybe, and I'll think about it further from there. It's not like I'm gonna call somebody else that they know and be like, just to be, that creates more mess, right?
It does.
But even when I am talking to somebody who is an impartial party, I'm not giving them, and then Jerm raggedy ass gonna say that, and then, because that's why I don't like the bitch anyway, because I'm not giving them like derogatory information about you just to tell them what the disagreement we had is and get their opinion on it.
Right, because it's not.
So if you do need to have a sounding board and tell other people what's going on so you can figure out how to handle the situation, are you being a hating ass bitch in the process? If you are, check yourself. Everybody is naturally, I feel like you start at a level 0 of hating ass bitch. You have to curb your thinking and say, all right, that sounds like a hater. Let me not do that. All right, that sounds like a hater. Let me,
Like, let me not be. That sounds like a hater. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people, they don't seem to be thinking about stuff like that. Because one thing you'll never have me being is hating ass hoe.
I would never hate on a bad bitch. Another bad bitch, and she killing that shit. If anything, bitch, I'm your cheerleader. Let's go.
There are some people, I don't necessarily like their music, but I live for the movement. I'm like, look at you. You better do it, baby girl.
Do that shit. But I don't have to hate on that, because that's them.
Everybody got their own thing. And the sooner you learn that, the less inferior you will feel towards people.
Oh. And
so
Lord,
to circle back, Jerm, Mr. Muscles with all of the body, he clearly did not feel secure in yourself. Wearing a muscle shirt made him feel like he wanted to turn everybody against you. Like, that's so weird.
Exactly. And before then, I was getting compliments on my hair. Oh, your hair got so long. Oh, I love that scissor shirt. Like, I had a scissor. Like, I was getting compliments until he wanted to say something about my shirt. Like, I'm like, damn. Like, I'm sorry I got good clothes, and your boyfriend is making you wear what he's wearing because they was trying to coordinate type shit.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Oh Lord, not matchy.
Yes, girl. I'm like, look.
I think a lot of times it's beyond what you were wearing. It could be like, hey, I do, because I'm thinking in the space of like a muscle man gym rat. Nothing's wrong with that, of course. We love the gym rats.
Yeah.
But if you devote a lot of time to your look, like a lot of mental focus on building the body that you want, or getting your face together, and maybe getting your hair, whatever, style together, something like that. And then there's a bitch who's giving it effortlessly. Like, Jerm is not really trying, but everybody's like, oh my God, you're so T. That's going to make you feel like, well, damn. I'm over here giving you all I got, Anita Baker. This bitch is effortless, and y'all,
I don't even have to try.
For him.
More so talent than my motherfucking left thumb.
She ain't a Nicki fan, then the bitch.
Deaf dumb.
All
you
right,
ain't my son. You my stepson.
Stepson. Y'all. Oh my God. Did it on them is the theme for this episode.
No, seriously.
I do encourage anybody listening, because we want y'all to engage and talk to us. If you feel like shitting on a whack bitch this week, put number 2s in the chat. Come on.
Put your number 2s in the chat, please.
Comment number 2s.
Let's
share
shit
the
on the
episode.
Haters. Bitch, is that confetti coming down my shit?
I didn't even know we could do that. That's cool.
That's fire. Oh my God. Okay, I like that.
I want y'all to share the episode.
Please.
I want you to come tell us about the time when you thought you needed to shit on a bitch because they just came out of nowhere from hateration, holleration land.
Exactly. Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. You know, we just trying to party. We just trying to have a good time.
I had to give y'all a vocal before we got up on out of here, y'all.
Okay. Thank you.
Woo. Y'all know y'all can follow us on the Anytime You Need a Friend pod. That's on Instagram. You can catch some clips. You can really go to YouTube if you want more in-depth clips.
YouTube shorts, yeah.
The full video visuals are going to be exclusive on Spotify for right now. So if you want to see us and we'd like to do a little physical comedy, you can get into it and maybe laugh a little bit more than just the audio.
Yeah, I have Spotify, so I definitely be getting into the tea. Hopefully you guys can join me. You said you know that's right.
Yeah, I would encourage y'all, like I said, like, share, subscribe, so you can keep up to date. And Jerm, where can they follow you? Because I know that the girls they're going to want to get into your tea.
Yes, you guys can follow me at Home Cook Meal. That's meal with 2 E's and not an A. Okay. Yeah. And where can they follow you, Miss Girl?
They can follow me at DAEYVIS. My name is Davis. I do just want to say one little thing, Jerm.
Yes.
I really think the song that we did a few months ago is going to come out soon. So,
oh my God,
I'm excited about that because it's one of my favorite songs like ever.
You know what song? I love that song, but a song that I'm looking forward to coming out is the one where you were rapping. I need to see what you
heard in the studio.
Yes.
I don't know. Okay, we'll talk about that. I don't know. Hold on. Let me not say that. The song is cute. It's the rapping part. I don't feel rapper right now, so it's not coming across in an authentic way, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try it again tomorrow, or not tomorrow. On Friday, I'm gonna try it again to see what we come up with. I'm gonna calm the hell down. You know, I have to. Woo! One thing about me in the studio, I need a sign that says "calm the hell down." Yeah. So I be doing too much. So whatever I did last week, I was not pleased with. So we're gonna try one more time, and if I can get it right, Jerm, I will give you an exclusive first look.
Oh, thank God. Thank you. But yes, I'm waiting for our track together to come out because the people need to hear that. They need to get into that tea. Yes. Okay. The song is beautiful. It's a little really nasty. Is. I feel like a whore, but
I feel like Janet Jackson. Okay.
You know, I would rather be Janet Jackson. Yeah. She's classy with it. So
yeah, we didn't go too far at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
But y'all, I hope y'all have a great week. We will be back next week bright and early. And y'all just be blessed.
See y'all when we see y'all. Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.